am Maxim.
I was
Appreciate
gonna have
the
a
support.
talk with Max here about what we kind of
Okay.
talked about a little bit. So,
Okay, I'll give you guys privacy.
all right.
Alright.
It was just sit down. I did some testing. Down here is better for talks, just because then people can't hear
Okay.
outside.
Oh yeah, because I can barely hear people like in whisper like down here, so that's.
Yeah, we can talk normally down here. It's just upstairs is the where people can snoop, as it turns out.
Right. So basically,
Thanks,
I
family.
wanted
Appreciate the
to
support.
have a talk with you. Basically, what happened a few days prior of the whole incident that happened at the hospital and stuff like that. And over time, I guess like obviously I wasn't there, so I didn't really see as big of the picture at what it was. But talking to Kitty a little bit kind of put it a bit more in perspective kind of thing as far as like, at the end of the day, like you were stabbed and I felt really upset about it. And I don't think, obviously, you didn't deserve that whatsoever. And, I kind of value of how you felt and still feel, of the whole thing. I think during that whole thing, I just felt like I wanted to de-escalate it by because I know your run got fucked up and I truly felt bad. So I wanted to like kind of offer to pay for whatever happened. And I don't know if you know this, but a lot of them felt like, I shouldn't have paid at all because it wasn't something I was involved in. Like they felt like I shouldn't have to pay for it kind of thing. And I think, SK like saw how um stressed I was because it was just like an unfortunate situation that he kind of gave me the extra 2,000 from his part to contribute to pay you back because he truly felt terrible of how everything occurred. Now obviously considering what happened to what was your friend's name? I don't know who your friend's name
Chloe.
was. Chloe. Obviously what happened to Chloe because it's your friend, which makes sense for you to be angry with, including what happened to you. Considering that it would these people don't know you to try to even like joke with you kind of thing of going like taking your personal packages and fuck up your entire run. And how Kitty made it sound, she's like it makes like a lot more sense to me. And I just didn't want you because since even after it kind of feels like you were been like very short with me, and I don't know if I made you upset, and that's never my intentions to do so to make you upset because you are someone I genuinely care about and stuff like that. So I never wanted you to feel like, I prioritize one side than the other because it's not like that with me. Um, but I kind of just wanted to talk to you to kind of get some insight of how you kind of feel even since then. That because I'm gonna be honest, Mac, I feel like you and I are not close at all. I mean, like we're close, but not as maybe you're more kind of, closer like with April or like Kitty or like Ray. But I don't think you and I are close, which is fine because everyone kind of, are close with someone they're kind of around all the time. I guess you can say, or kind of like have more in common, which makes sense. But I think I want to start being closer with you if you want because like I do want to be closer to you, but I kind of just wanted to get like how you've been feeling kind of thing, or maybe I'm kind of missing some pieces that maybe I still don't even understand from your point of view. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah, we don't really. I think it's just we don't really get many opportunities to hang out more so than anything. We're always kind of doing our own different things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you do group 6, I do Grime, so we can't really do that together. Yeah, I'm usually hanging out with April for the most part. I guess we just don't really cross paths. But I have I wanted to talk to you for a few days about it too.
Mm-hmm.
I tried calling you, but I don't think you're around. But it was a mess of a situation. It was a complete mess of a situation. And I will admit, I was very kind of a blood boiling a little bit after the situation. I will admit, I did kind of let anger get a little bit best of me.
Which is understandable.
But more thought about it, I see that you were in a very bad situation with it. It's two friend groups against each other, basically. They're two friends, and you weren't really put in a very good situation there. So I very much understand why you took the actions that you did. I don't hold anything against you. And something that I'm trying to work on at the moment with myself is when I get angry, I get very petty. And that's the reason why I went for the whole like SK ban from the house thing. When really it's not really within my power to do that. I shouldn't really have done that. I was just feeling, I get petty and I lash out a little bit with that.
I think we're all a little like that sometimes.
You-
Depending on situations.
Yeah, you
'Cause
look for
I'll
any
be
way
honest,
to
I
hurt
get
them,
petty
basically.
too. Yeah. It's just understandable for sure.
I realize now that was like hurting you more so than hurting him. So forget about the whole ban of the house thing.
I mean, to be honest, I didn't really care how it made me feel. I only cared about how you were feeling and how you felt like, and like it was kind of like you just said, like a situation is kind of like, well, damn, something I never wanted to happen kind of happened, and it's like, how can, even if I wasn't really involved, how can I make the situation better, kind of thing. It's like people bump into a vase, like you didn't do it, but you kind of just want to fix it or like pick up the pieces. So it's like that way it's not escalates for people who's like arguing like, well, you did it, where you kind of did. It's just like, I would like to, off because I do care about, both sides, and like kind of just wanted to, glue the pieces back together and see if we can like, it's a, obviously it's like not okay, but like maybe like find a like a solution, like, I could
The
just,
middle ground of sorts.
try to fix it, even if I still fuck it up, like I still want to attempt to fix it. So, but
Yeah.
I do want to apologize. Like I'm in a situation, if you like, even if you did or didn't, I still want to like apologize to you directly, because I truly do care about you, Max. Even back in the day, like, we didn't really spend much time, but I really value you as a person, as an individual, because you contribute to a lot, not just like what you do as far as position wise, whether that's a mayor position or a taxi position. You as an individual are like so fucking phenomenal. And I really do appreciate like your friendship. And if I ever felt like I've taken that for granted, I apologize to you. So I just want you to know that.
I appreciate that. At the end of the day, you're my Goyle. We're all Goyles here. I know that you care about me and I care about you. I said that situation was just a mess, and personally, I just want to move on from it. I just want to leave it in the past. The only like thing that's a bit worried right now is apparently they're still shit talking me, which I don't really appreciate. And
yeah, go ahead.
Eli overheard them in the hospital, and he fought them because of that. Like, I wasn't even at the hospital at the time, and Eli fought them. I think that was either yesterday or the day before.
Yeah, because Eli told me about, but he said it like, oh, we were doing like, how Brits are, like we're going back and forth kind of thing, saying, and they were like, they brought up Max. So of course, like I took out a wrench and I gritty on him and I bonked him on the head for talking shit about my boy kind of thing, which makes sense. If you feel like some person is, talking shit, like handle your shit. Like obviously if, and something is initiated and it's like a past due kind of thing that's trying to die down and you keep stirring it back up, then by all means, like, Eli is Eli, so he can do what he wants. So I applaud him for like, yeah. So yeah, he did mention that they were going back and forth, and it was in passing, but he felt like they were still disrespecting and put a dirt on your name, and he ended up bonking them. So
yeah, okay, that kind of explains the situation because I thought it was just like he was passing by and overheard them or something. I didn't realize this was actual conversation they were having.
He said he ran into them. They were talking, and that they were like doing like how I don't know, like what Brits do as far as banter. Like I'm still trying to learn that. So they were like joking around a little bit, and then I guess like in slide, like they said some like I don't even remember what they said about you. Like from what Eli said, they was like, oh, it was just like, it wasn't like with venom or anything. It was kind of just like lighthearted teasing of the like in the situation what happened. And he was like, I didn't stand for that, how they would talk about my boy. So he gritty on them and then he balked them on the head with the wrench. Is what I got from it. Is what he told me. So And he's like, even after like there wasn't like any like bad intent. I think all just went about our day even after that. So he said it
Okay.
was nothing serious. Like he still likes them, whatever.
Mm.
It's like it is what it is. But yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I personally just want to move on from it. Like, just forget the situation all happened. It was a messy situation. It was, like I said, he thought it was a joke. We didn't take it as a joke just because we don't know him. You know, with the Grime stuff, it really is one package missing. The whole run's ruined. And, you know, we were in like a 2-hour job at that point. So it was like 2 hours of work that was basically ruined. So with Grime, we get very defensive with it. And then, you know, bonked him. Then friend came out and
Because
stabbed me.
I
It
would
was a
be,
mess.
yeah, I would be upset too, if you know, like I didn't know someone from point A to point B, you know,
Chill and
take
chat a little bit,
something of
guys.
mine that I'm already like, if something was to happen, I have to start the whole run over again as it is, and like I don't know if their intention is to harm me or fuck around with me. I have no idea, but to feel like I have to defend myself or feel like I have to defend the people that I'm doing the run with, whether that's my friends or whatever. So I can totally understand like where you're coming from with that. So.
Yeah, it's I think it is just best if we all just move on from it. Start anew.
May
I mean, obviously, I'm gonna have some feelings about those guys because of the
no,
whole
absolutely.
situation,
Well,
but it's
yeah,
I don't want
wanted
it to like affect you in any sort of way.
No,
And I'm
yeah, it has nothing. This has nothing to do with me. I wanted to ask you specifically, would you think an apology from those certain individuals goes a long way, like moving forward, if you would like?
honestly, I'm not even sure if it would because if a forced apology wouldn't really feel right. And yeah, I personally, I just want to forget it. Basically,
Are you sure? Like,
there's no real value that comes from them apologizing. The value comes from us just kind of moving on and forgetting about it. Like, do you think they would actually be genuine with the apology?
I mean, you specifically were talking about SK, right?
I've
do you think
learned that
maybe?
it wasn't him that stabbed me. I thought he's the one that stabbed me.
No, he wasn't the one. No.
No, he's the other guys, right? He was
Yeah,
just in the situation afterwards.
yeah.
I mean,
He it was kind of after.
yeah. I mean, obviously, I don't appreciate the fact that he stabbed my Grime partner there, but
Right.
still, it was just a messy situation. I do feel a bit better now that I know he did pay his fair share too with the paying back. I did feel bad that it was just you paying it back because technically that's still money lost because both our money was going towards the house. So that's still money lost in the long term.
I mean, yeah, but it's like for me, it wasn't that big of a deal. Obviously, I just felt terrible that your run got fucked up and it shouldn't have. So that's why I wanted to do it. And SK felt obviously horrible because you know you didn't deserve that. So you know he contribute. So
Like I said, I used to work with SK back in the day. I've got no like big
I
issues
feel like
with
he's
him.
mentioned that to me before passing. I just didn't really pay attention to it.
There's a
But
deal we
yeah.
had going at Liquid Library. That I've worked with him in the past. I don't really hold any ill will against him. I have been trying to see it from their perspective. Like, obviously that guy was doing a joke and it wasn't his idea of a joke is kind of bad. Like a joke at the expense of someone else isn't a joke. It's just kind of bullying. And but from everyone else's perspective, you know, his friend comes out, sees that his friend is on the ground, and then obviously wants to go to the defense because I think he came out just after we bonked him.
Right.
But yeah, personally, I just kind of want to move on. Like, I won't say any ill will against them. They won't say any ill will against me. Just kind of forget the situation happened.
I'll be honest, if they even now continue, even in my vicinity, to say anything about you, still about even the situation, I'm just, I'm just gonna shut it down. I don't appreciate that. If you know, if myself, you, or whoever wants to move forward, and I keep hearing it, I don't think I'm gonna appreciate that either. It's kind of just like I just would you guys just move on from it, kind of thing. I don't think it should because obviously you want to move on, kind of thing. But I still feel like you said, like you probably don't need the forced apology. But even though I still feel like you do,
I mean,
like it's one that you kind of deserve. but
I-
I
I-
get what you're saying. Oh,
Mm.
go ahead.
I know it's all good.
Okay.
No. If they want to apologize, obviously, like I'll take an apology. Is that Eli by any chance?
That's scary.
Oh right.
Sorry, continue.
Yeah, I mean, if they do genuinely want to apologize, I mean, I'll definitely hear it. I mean, I'd be fine with that. I just don't want there to be anything forced. I do like.
Makes sense
Like I
because
said, I
it's
just
like, are
genuinely
you
want to
rather
move on.
for an apology to be meaningful than just feel like, oh, I just kind of feel like I should just like apologize. Like it should
Yeah.
never feel like that. If you're genuinely sorry, then you say kind of like sorry kind of thing. But it's like if you're not sorry, just don't apologize
Yeah.
to me and just you don't say nothing to me, I don't say nothing to you. Like if we don't have both interests in the same path, like we could just move on. Like it is what it is. So I get what you're saying there.
Yeah. If they want to apologize, they can apologize. Otherwise, we just go our separate ways. Just keep chugging along. Kind of like what we've just been doing the last couple of days.
Yeah. Okay.